Well, time for me to review Descendants 3. Will it be as good as the two previous Descendants movie, or will it be bad? Let's find out. So, Descendants 3 is this final conclusion to the Descendants trilogy. And, well, the reason why I watched this movie was because there was not that much fun for me to watch for over the summer, since I've already watched in, like, X-Men Dark Phoenix, which was god-awful, and Men in Black International, and what else other than that? Men in Black International, and after Men in Black International, well, we had like, I can't remember. After Men in Black International, oh yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home. We had like Toy Story 4 and Spider-Man Far From Home. And there's nothing that much for me to watch, of course, apart like from like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's latest film, and films such as Brightburn and the Hellboy 2019 remake, the Lion King 2019 remake, and the Aladdin 2019 remake, to say the least. Yeah, but the Lion King remake sucks, especially the Aladdin remake. But anyways, Descendants 3 was pretty amazing. So anyways, let's talk about the plot. So basically, the movie takes place sometime after the events of the second Descendants movie, after the events of the previous Descendant film, where Mal and her friends have to face a bigger challenge yet, which is Audrey, after when Audrey was jealous that her ex-boyfriend and Mal were going to get married, and, well, she gets pissed off and decides to take revenge on this, and even goes too far by threatening Alderaan or whatever that was. I can't remember because I'm not a big fan of the Descendants movie trilogy. Like I said, the film ends with Mal and her father Hades being reunited as a family, and ends off with, of course, getting married in the musical number, and that's basically just it. So, what do I think about this film? Well, let's get on with the negatives first, and now we'll be talking about the positives. So, for the negatives I have problems with this film is that Hades, as the marketing was around him, and we thought that he was going to be the main villain in the third film, he was just a waste in this film. Like, he was just a waste in this film. They only had him for a small appearance, and that's basically just it. And not only that, they also had him only for the musical numbers, and that's basically it. Audrey as the main villain, it sounds promising. It sounds very nice. Something that we have not seen before. And they want to try something different from the film. But in my opinion, the marketing should have been around her. But Disney's going to be like that. People don't know her, so maybe we might just do something about that or something. But anyways, yeah. And there were some cheesy parts, to say the least. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate musical numbers. Only like the ones that are really bad, like Ugly Dolls, since that one is the worst movie of the year, along with X-Men Dark Phoenix. But yeah, I'm going through myself. We'll talk about that in another video sometime. But anyways, well, what else I can say about this film? Something that just like doesn't work with the film was that Mal lied to them, and, well, basically, yeah. But I know it was supposed to be concluding to an emotional. It wasn't that emotional enough, in my opinion. The one thing that is emotional was the ending. The ending had a very great musical number, and basically, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's all I got for negatives. Now let's start with the positives. So for the positives that I have for this movie is that, well, is that when Mal said that Hades is her dad. I mean, I was kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised when this was like. I was kind of a bit surprised when this was like when Orion said that Darkseid was his father in Superman the Animated Series. Remember?
It was a good thing you showed up, Orion.
It was too easy.
Oh yeah, a real walk in the park.
Don't mock me. Darkseid will consider this a minor setback, if that. I know how he thinks.
Oh?
Yes. I'm his son. I was the infant Darkseid gave up to pay for his uneasy truce.
I'm sorry. I had no idea.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm getting to myself. But anyways, the musical numbers are really good. The musical numbers are really good, as much as the previous films were. From the musical numbers, I don't have any other favorite musical numbers about what's my favorite song that they've played in the movie. I don't have any favorite song. Don't get pissed off, because like I said, I'm not a fan. I said that like 2 times, not this third time. But anyways, I like when I like this like daddy issue that Mal has, and basically, yeah, Dove Cameron's performance on Mal, she's pretty amazing, as she was in the 2 previous Descendants films. And Cameron Boyce, he was also good as he was in the previous two films. With all the actors reprising their roles as the main characters from the 2 previous films. I mean, this film was really good. And by the way, fun fact, this is Cameron Boyce's last film before he had passed away from an epilepsy seizure at just 20 years old. Yeah. This is sadly his last film and his last project, in his last performance before he had passed away. So, R.I.P. Cameron Boyce. The musical numbers, like I said, they're really great. The visuals and the costume designs and the acting is pretty amazing, to say the least, at best. Being a nice conclusion to the Descendants film, it was funny, it was good, it was emotional, kind of like Avengers Endgame and Toy Story 4 and what else? Toy Story 4 and How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden World, and possibly the upcoming Arrowverse Infinite Crisis special. The musical numbers, like I said, they're really great. The visuals and the costume designs and the acting is pretty amazing, to say the least, at best. Being a nice conclusion to the Descendants film, it was funny, it was good, it was emotional, kind of like Avengers Endgame and Toy Story 4 and what else? Toy Story 4 and How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden World, and possibly the upcoming Arrowverse Infinite Crisis special. The film had a really great friend to friend chemistry, bond to bond chemistry, like with Mal bonding with her friends, and Carlos bonding with Jane. I think that was her name. I'm not sure, but like I said, I'm not a big fan, so don't get pissed off. But anyways, wow, like seriously, the relationships are really great. When Mal defeats Audrey at the end of the film, it was very good and was shot very well. And the CGI dragon, it was a bit unfinished, to say the least. It looks a bit unfinished, to say the least. But this is a Disney Channel movie. It's not a movie released in theaters, because Disney Channel movies have low budget for CGI and visual effects. Story was good. The characters were good, and basically, yeah, there are some negatives, to say the least, but it's fine. If you're a fan and you have not seen this yet, then go watch it on digital or like on Blu-ray when it comes out or something like that. But overall, this film is gonna get 5 stars and a thumbs up, to say the least. And best movie of the year, and much better than the Kim Possible 2019 live action remake, which sucked, by the way. It just sucked. That's all I'm gonna say. It just sucked. But yeah, that's basically it. So that's basically Descendants 3. What you guys think about it? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. But I'm gonna be still doing the DC film review retrospective. More coming out. I'm also gonna be reviewing Titans coming out, Young Justice Outsiders, and Swamp Thing. Young Justice Outsiders, not Swamp Thing, and Doom Patrol, and basically I'm doing and continuing more. And I'm also gonna be reviewing Brightburn soon. So basically, So stay tuned for those videos coming out, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye.